Hi everyone, Karen here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's spiritual insights and guidance for Monday the 30th of July through to Sunday the 5th of August. What an experience of the lunar eclipse. The energies that has actually brought through, to me, I just feel that it's a lightening of energy. I feel like it's almost like many have perhaps even gone through, their dark night of the soul. I don't know how many of those we actually need to go through before we get it. I've been through a few, so, I feel like I'm done, which is great. Having said that, though, the universe really has its own divine plan as to what it is, and not so much the universe, more our soul, really. Our soul has come into this life knowing what experiences it was wanting to involve itself in this human form in order for the greatest expansion, an opportunity for remembering. I have so many people who come to me, and it's amazing. I love the work that I do. I'm so blessed. And I have amazing clients, and they're just beautiful. I'm so lucky. And I always say this, even when I'm teaching Reiki, I always say this. I'm not teaching you either anything. My goal and my wish is to provide the space for you to remember what you already know, to remember what you've come into this life with. We came into this life, I'm sure, when I think about this, I just have this feeling and visual of myself, as this soul self, this soul aspect of myself. And I just feel so intensely how excited I would have been to come to this life, to this form, knowing that I had all of these tools within me and all of the wisdom of the universe and the ages and the lifetimes before. And I would have just come into this life so inspired and so full of love and so full of faith and trust that, how could I not live this life brilliantly with all that I'm bringing into it? And then, of course, we're born. And I won't repeat what I'm sure we think. And then we just spend all of our lives forgetting, and then spend half of our lives trying to remember. So yes, we do make the agreement, I do believe, to forget. But I do believe deep in my soul that the soul aspect and the soul essence of who we are is so empowered with faith and strength and knowing and belief that there must be an aspect of ourselves that just think, well, that can't not flow through into the human experience because it's infinite abundance, it's infinite intelligence, it's unconditional love. How could that not break through the cracks of the human shell to be able to express itself? And so that is the faith, I guess, that I have within me, that all of us bring into this life with us, that deep knowing, and also bring into this life with us all of the resources that we could ever possibly need in order to live this life, a joyful life, a loving life, a well life, an abundant life. We have all of those resources within us, and it's the universe. The universe is flowing through. It's the essence. We're 99.9% space, and it's the unconditional, infinite intelligence and love of the universe that holds us together, that binds us together. And so, in every fiber of our being, literally, we have access to this infinite intelligence. We are that infinite intelligence. And so if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, if you're feeling stagnant or just can't see the forest for the trees, always come back to your heart center. Place your hand on your heart. Come back to your breath as you breathe into your heart center. And then as you focus your attention on your heart space, have the sense or knowing that there is a spark of light within your heart center. And this spark of light is a divine light that shines brightly always. It's always there, no matter what you do, where you go, who you are or who you are not. This spark of light never stops shining within you. And as you breathe now into that spark of light, feel the essence of who you have always been begin to rise from within this divine spark of light, allowing the divine aspect of yourself to reveal yourself to you. As your heart expands, your inner divinity shines brightly, and you reunite and reconnect and remember that all knowing, all knowledge, all that you could ever possibly need is right here, right now in this space. It's not something you can find outside of yourself. It is only found from within. And as you recognize your divinity from within you, so too shall you begin to recognize the divinity in all who you meet. Taking 3 deep breaths, allowing this feeling to wash over your whole body. And when you feel ready, opening your eyes. At any time that you feel disconnected or that you feel lost or unsure or that you are isolated, come back into that space. Do this exercise every day. Start your day every day with this exercise of connecting and remembering who you are. And you will begin to see and recognize how much your life shifts when you come from that space. Okay. That was so beautiful. Thank you for allowing me to share that with you. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, I love Mother Mary. Love these cards from Kyle Gray. They are my absolute favorite. So this is a master deck. So this is a combination deck of the Keeper of the Light cards and answered prayers. So Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. I should have put my bigger glasses on. How beautiful is this? I'm really drawn to the essence of her divinity, her purity of heart, her ability to transcend hatred, her ability to transcend fear, her ability to transcend anything that is not of the light. And I really feel that she is stepping forward and holding out her hands. And as she's holding out her hands too, she's holding out these beautiful pink roses as a gift to you from the universe of unconditional love. And she really brings forth the message that in recognizing your own divinity, in recognizing that you are one with the universe, there is no separation and there is no other. There is no one out there outside of yourself. We are all connected. We are all the same. We are all from the same source. So what she's bringing forth is that in our need to be right, in our need to prove another person wrong, in our need to enforce our stand, then we are in that moment resisting the natural flow of life. Now, of course, I'm not saying that there aren't people who, you know, there are situations that we all need to stand up for. But we need to stand up for that with peace in our hearts and not with fear or the fear of retribution also. And they're really bringing to my mind Gandhi. You know, Gandhi was such an amazing man who stood against, you know, the British Army. For how long? And he did that from a space of peace and a heart of peace. I hope I've got that info right. But he did that with peace in his heart. Because we can't create change in this world with the fear that created what's going on in the first place. She's also bringing in the request to recognize that your mother has done the very best that she possibly could with the resources that she had available to her at that time. And I love this from Diana Cooper also. She has an amazing book. And it's all about, I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head. I will, if you want it, please send me an email and I'm happy to give you the book. Actually, I can get it. Here we go. Now, what she talks about in this book is she talks about us being the parent to ourselves that we always wanted to have for ourselves. So if your parents, if your mother or your father did not give you what you needed as a child, if they did not give you the words, if they did not give you the love, if they did not give you the encouragement, you are being asked, and Diana talks about this, to parent yourself. What is it that you need in your life? What encouragement do you need? Say those words to yourself. If you're needing additional love, give that love to yourself. If you're needing to feel more supported, give that support to yourself. The Power of Inner Peace is the book by Diana Cooper, and it's a great book because it's all about resolving that relationship. And she talks that, you know, if you go from, and we can all, I'm sure, recognize this, that if we don't have that inner child supported from childhood, then we go into our relationship seeking the parent that we didn't have in our childhood. And so it's a very powerful message that's being brought through, is to mother or father yourself in the way that you're needing at this time. Because realistically, it can only come from that space from within. It can't come from externally. However, energetically, law of attraction, what you'll find is as you begin to parent yourself in the way that you're needing at this time, then the relationships around you will shift energetically as a vibrational match to where you're at. Love and peace. That's such a beautiful card. She brings through such a deep message of compassion, of self-acceptance, of self-love, of all is okay, everything is exactly as it should be right now, and you are doing the very best that you can right now. And accepting what is in any given moment is how you can surrender to the power of the universe. If you cannot change the situation, then the only option to reduce your suffering is to accept the situation. And it is in the acceptance of going, okay, all right, I'm accepting. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm just going to breathe into this right now. This is how a greater solution and change can actually come to you faster than anything that you've ever tried to do before. Because it is, if you think about that energetically, think about the difference in the energy of fear and resistance to peace and acceptance. There are much, automatically I'm wanting to do this. It's a much higher vibrational frequency. And as you actually raise your vibrations, the solution and change that you're seeking at this time can come to you in a greater way. Okay, Thursday, Friday. Lady Portia. Love Lady Portia. Divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And of course, my colors. Love the violet rays. Lady Portia is the Lady Portia, Lady Nada, Holy Amethyst, and Saint Germain are all the keepers of the violet rays. And so she's really bringing through the violet rays. Clearly, Ascension Reiki is all about violet rays, which is why I'm in such a purple girl and have been. I've always been, but I feel more so now as I do the work to help people awaken and ascend and to raise their vibrational frequency. It's a natural color that I've been drawn to. So I work very much with the violet and silver rays, actually, are the colors I work with. Lady Portia is really bringing attention to third eye and heart center. She's drawing my attention to heart chakra. So again, coming back to center, coming back to the breath, coming back to the heart, coming back to the divinity of who you really are. And third eye chakra. And so visualizing the violet rays, her violet rays that she is emanating, that's radiating out from her. Really see the violet ray flowing into your third eye and see your third eye chakra being cleansed and lighting up with those violet rays. And as I'm doing this and as I'm talking this, I can feel my third eye expanding. I can feel the pulsating and the pressure of my third eye against my forehead. And so that's my third eye opening. And you can visualize literally like an eyelid opening from, between your eyebrows. And if you think about it, our third eye actually runs from here to here and then back to the pineal gland. So it's a huge connection. And so really seeing that opening and saying thank you, Lady Portia, for shining your inner wisdom, your inner light, and your inner knowing through my third eye chakra right now, so that I may see the truth of the universe around me, so that I may easily see the signs and the gifts that my angels, my loved ones in spirit, and the unconditional love of the infinite consciousness of this divine universe is flowing to me now. That's so beautiful. Do what you feel is right. So this technique of opening your third eye and allowing to see through your heart and your third eye. Thank you. She's wanting us to see through and with our heart and through our third eye. Not these eyes, not these ego-driven minds. Because if you think about it, the eyes are really just interpreting what we're feeling and thinking outside of ourselves and then giving it back to us as a projection. So if we're feeling fearful, threatened, defensive, stressful, that's what the world is going to reflect back to us. And so you're really being asked to say, thank you, Lady Portia, for helping me to see this situation clearly by clearing my heart chakra and my third eye chakra and allowing me to feel and know the truth as it is, and so it is. So I hope that serves you well. She's very powerful. Beautiful, powerful, feminine energy coming through for this week. And really feel that, that is in light of the energies that have really rising within all of us. You know, rise, sister, rise is so powerful. Reconnecting to the ancients and the wisdom of the beautiful sisters that have gone before us, who have been the healers, who have been the medicine women, who have been the shamans, who have been the witches, who have been the earth women. You know, that all of that knowledge is with us in all that we do. The divine director loved this intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. How amazing is he? So serious. So this is really calling on the divine director to help you in this life and to help you in this situation to realign with your soul purpose. If you're feeling that discord in your solar plexus, if you're feeling the tightening in your throat chakra, if you're getting up every day and you're hating what it is that you're doing, then your soul is speaking to you, and your soul is trying to bring you back into alignment with your soul purpose. So go back to this heart center experience, get out your journal, and then write at the top of your journal, if I could do anything in the world right now, regardless of time or money, what would I do? And then this is coming from the divine director. He's wanting to redirect you back into alignment with your soul purpose. And then the second question to ask yourself is, can I take action on this now? Yes or no? If yes, what action can I take? If no, what future steps? What steps can I take each day? So if you're in a situation that you can't change right now, but it's not in alignment with your soul purpose, you're asking the divine director to assist you in how you can introduce activities that are in alignment with your soul purpose each day or each week. So it may not mean that you're going to be able to step fully into it right now, but it does not mean that you have to keep yourself disconnected from your soul purpose. So coming back to the heart center, really saying thank you to your angels, thank you universe, thank you spirit, for guiding me and revealing to me my divine purpose so that I may introduce this into my daily life, and so it is. Powerful stuff. Not living our soul purpose does not mean that we cannot find happiness in what we're doing. So I love this from Florence Scovel Shinn. I have wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. Let that be your mantra every day. In order for you to create change from where you are right now, you first need to accept where you are right now. And if you cannot physically change it, then find ways to realign with what it is that brings you happiness and brings you joy. Love spirit energy, it happens all the time. Inappropriate. So when you cannot change where you are right now, so bring your soul purpose into your daily life. I'm getting really forceful with that. The divine director is well and truly standing behind me. Bring it into your life. Bring aspects of it into your life. Happiness is a choice. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stop, breathe into your heart and say, I choose happiness now. I choose happiness now. I choose happiness now. But in order to feed your soul, you need to give to your soul what it is that it came here to do. So find out what that is and introduce a little bit of that into your week. Even if you just allocate 1 hour to do the one thing that you could do in answer to that journal question. I hope that these serve you well. Please be kind and gentle and loving to yourself. You are the divine spark of the universe expressing itself in human form. You are here to bring your light brightly, to shine it into this world. Namaste, blessed be. So much love to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.